Hello, we're the Burkhalter family.
And our daughter Chloe had an epidural abscess that evolved into seizures.
And this is our story.
I was getting her ready for school and she just seemed a little off, just a little bit like she wasn't listening. It's just acting completely and totally odd. I knew that there was something wrong, so I called Troy right away and we decided to take her in.
Seen all of our doctors and stuff already in La Crosse. We decided to rush up here. It was probably the longest drive of my life.
It was really hard actually to keep her awake because she was just completely out of it. And then we got here and everything just kind of snowballed.
Yeah, kind of escalated pretty quickly, and next thing you know, they told us she's had the epidural abscess.
So if they have a complication from sinus infection, normally it'll travel to the ear, and that's when a kid would develop an ear infection. Well, Chloe's traveled up, like way up into her sinuses, and then tunneled over and settled like on the side of her brain. That's when Dr. Hughes, we went and we met with him in one of the conference rooms, and he said that they got the MRI back with a contrast and it was all settled on the side of her brain, so she was going to need a partial craniotomy.
After the surgery, it was pretty rough. Seeing your child like that.
You could just tell she was just so frustrated, like instead of just brushing her teeth, writing, just doing anything, walking, balancing, just any of that stuff.
It's still hard just to, like I said, see your child suffering and can't do nothing about it. It's probably the worst feeling in the world, pretty much. They said that she's going to have difficulty. It's going to take time to regain some of her functions.
And we have very minor complications from it, but could be very, very worse.
It could be a lot worse.
We were very lucky. She just advanced so fast. I mean, a lot faster than what anybody actually thought. Everything was fine until the day after Christmas when we were putting, we were all putting a cuckoo clock up and getting it all set up, and she just passed out on the floor. No warning, no anything, just.
Her eyes just kind of rolled back and just kind of fell forward. We caught her and laid her down. That was the first time that she had a seizure.
And then it happened again, so then that's when we decided to make an appointment, and she ended up having an EEG. And that's when she had an MRI, she also had an EEG, and then that's when they found the scarring on the brain. And they said that they thought that it was from the infection sitting there because it sat there. I mean, nobody really knows how long it sat there because she had no symptoms, you know.
They think the scarring and the seizures is a result of the brain trying to go back to its normal self and readjust and everything.
I mean, it's frustrating to the point where you don't want to limit her from anything, but it's also very scary because you don't know when she's going to have one, you know. She can't just go to a friend's house, you know, and be up till, you know, have a slumber party and stay up till midnight, you know. She has to be in bed at a certain time and just get enough sleep, because I think he really thinks that that's possibly really one of her triggers, is that she's just not getting enough sleep. So her brain's just basically just trying to reset itself. But he is also very optimistic as well that the brain will hopefully heal itself enough so that way, you know, hopefully they'll just stop.
Just stop, yeah.
She handles it really well, to be honest. She, like I said, she's had a couple breakdowns, but you know, it's a lot of stress for a kid. The first time she had to have the antibiotics, but then once it came back and they had to remove the hardware out of her head, she had to have antibiotics for another month. She had to sit there for 45 minutes to an hour
each time, yeah.
Every single day, and it was always had to be at the same exact time of day. But then Children's Miracle Network came in and supplied us all the medication, all the training, and the nurse coming out and showing us what to do, and like all the supplies. We didn't have to do anything. We had to pick up a phone basically and just call and be like, okay, well, you know, we need another week's worth of medications and, you know, whatever, and it was just all completely taken care of. It was so painless. It was
so much easier than the first time.
They come in, they're such a great organization, and then they take that stress off of the family, so that way the family can focus on, you know,
the kids,
the child, and you know, the care. And
it's just amazing, like talking even to the hero families, like all their experiences, and just seeing how much
all the donors,
all the different people in the communities.
You see it in action, and especially staying in the community, it's just amazing.
Yeah. Hopefully this goes away, which we're all hoping it will, and I think for her, the future is endless. I mean, whatever she wants to do with it.
She can do anything. I think she'll overcome this.
Yeah, she's
tough kid.
Yeah.
Very tough kid.
Thank you.